everybody, welcome back to another soft-spoken video. This time I'm not gonna move the mic around, I'm just gonna leave it where it is. But yeah, today I'm gonna go through the movies that I've watched in June. I haven't watched that many movies in June, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth one is a series. 7. That's really not a lot. I've had some months where I've definitely watched more than that. Let me just put the volume down a little bit. I can hear him quite loud. Okay, that should be better. Okay, let's get right into it. So the first movie that I've seen in June was Into the Wild. But yeah, Into the Wild is such a comfort movie. I think it's just the nature imagery and just the soundtrack, the fact that he's alone, of course the themes, it's just like very comforting, even though it's a really sad movie in a lot of different ways. I feel like the more I rewatch it as an adult, the more I realize that Chris is not a good guy necessarily. I mean, he's not a bad guy, but he's not as aspirational as I thought he was as a adolescent, if you know what I mean. Some scenes are just a bit, hard to watch, like like right at the beginning when he sort of declines his parents' generous gift of a car, and he does it in a bit of a mean way. If you've never seen Into the Wild, where have you been your whole life? But Into the Wild, I'll just read you the little intro from Letterboxd. After graduating from Emory University in 1992, top student and athlete Christopher McCandless abandons his possessions, gives his entire $24,000 savings account to charity, and hitchhikes to Alaska to live in the wilderness. This movie was directed by Sean Penn in 2007, and yeah, it's based off of a real story. My boyfriend has recently read the book that this is based off of, and of course it's not like Chris's recounting of the events, because if you have watched the movie, you know what happens and how it ends and whatnot, but it's more of a recollection of interviews from people that have met him along the way. The sister plays a big part in this book, and yeah, I think he just had a really more of a messed up childhood than the movie gives away, so it's really interesting. I might read it sometimes. Then I watched The Matrix. Rewatch, of course. And yeah, I rewatched it in the cinema because they were screening it, my local cinema. And The Matrix is just, it's iconic. If I had to rank the Matrix movies, that they would go in order of when they came out. I've actually never watched, is it Revelations? Like the newest one that came out in 2021. Yeah, it was a fun thing. Like, it was cool to see people, pull out the closet their long leather coats and skinny sunglasses and whatnot. But I don't even know if the Wachowski, is that the name of the sisters? I don't even know if they were involved. Were they? Or maybe one of them was, and it was a bit of a drama situation. Not sure. But yeah, The Matrix is iconic. My review reads, rewatched this at the cinema and fell asleep here and there. How dare I? in my defense, it was a weeknight and I was tired, and The Matrix is comforting to fall asleep to. Next, I watched We're All Going to the World's Fair, directed by Jane Show. What is their name? Jane Schönbrunn. My review reads, very unique and odd in a good way. Maybe again another movie that could have been a phenomenal short. I said again because it has been a bit of a reoccurring theme in my movie watching lately, is that a lot of movies that I've watched recently are good, but they would have been better as a short. Like they didn't need to be, a long form movie. Music was stunning. OMG, Alex G. Slay. Catch me listening to the main theme on repeat from now on. That is so true. I said it in my relaxing coloring video that I've been obsessed with the theme of this movie. Also incredible how this movie has two characters, and I found myself interested in the third one off screen. Dad between parentheses. So what is this movie? Letterboxd says reality and fantasy begin to blur when teenager Cassie, alone in her attic bedroom, immerses herself in a role-playing horror game online. So yeah, this teenager, she makes videos on YouTube. I think I said in the last video, not the last video, 2 videos ago, that I'm not sure if it's the real YouTube or maybe they didn't have the license to show that it's actually YouTube, so it's just like a video. Sorry, just checking the light. Maybe it's just a video social media type of thing. But yeah, she takes part into this horror game called, it's like a challenge. It's called We're All Going to the World's Fair. And yeah, this stuff happens. It's really weird. It's really odd in tone. There are a lot of like long scenes that really linger for a long time. But yeah, overall really cool. I'm seeing that I only gave it 3.5 stars, but maybe it's even a 4. I'm not sure. I thought it was really cool. Yeah, don't know. Definitely creepy. I got interested into it because I thought it was going to be a full-on horror. It is a horror, like creepy movie, but I guess it's more like an art house type artsy movie. Oh, and the cool thing is that they show, I think it's GBA somewhere, I still haven't checked, but I think they showed a video from GB. And yeah, just like in one scene, Cassie, she's like, she can't sleep, so she goes in like, whatever, she goes in another room. And yeah, she puts on some ASMR, which I thought it was really cool to see. Yeah. Then we start the Lance Hoppenheim train. What can I say? He's an incredible documentary director. The first documentary of his that I watched is to this day my favorite, Some Kind of Heaven. Some Kind of Heaven is a documentary about the Florida scene of what are they called? They're not nursing homes. What do you say when you retirement homes? Yeah, so these retirement homes that are like essentially big playgrounds for older people. They have all sorts of like clubs and pools and just like so many activities and things that the people staying can do. But this documentary was so cool. I give it 5 stars. This documentary had so much drama, so much tension. It was like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a documentary like Lance Hoppenheim makes documentaries. That didn't make any sense. But you know what I mean? I've never seen documentaries like Lance Oppenheim's documentaries. They really feel like movies. There's so much plot. Like, you would think, okay, I'm just watching this documentary and they're just gonna show me like footage of what happens in these houses, maybe a bit of, behind the scenes, but the way he builds up the drama and the tension, and the way he really captures, of course, like, it follows like specific people. It was just so cool, like, so cool. So then we watched Sperm War. I cannot talk. Sperm World. And Sperm World, that's the last time I'm going to say this word, follows the, I guess, underground alternative. It's not illegal, but it follows like the alternative sperm donation scene. So, of course, if you want to have a baby through like artificial insemination, it would cost you a lot of money. I suppose, especially in the US, where healthcare is privatized. Yeah, so if you go down the traditional like medical route, I guess it would cost you a lot of money to acquire like a sperm donor. So some people donate their own sperm just like because. Some people do it for money, but some people just do it because. And there's a big like, well, the documentary follows only a few people, but you can see from like the Reddit pages or like the forums that there's a lot of people that just do it because they're kind of like, dare I say, obsessed. I don't want to like judge anyone, but like the dynamics that unfold in this documentary are definitely unhealthy. I wouldn't say unethical, but unhealthy. Like, there's a lot of, I don't know, saviorism and just a lot of obsession surrounding some sperm donors that do it out of the good of their heart. Like, there are some people that technically have like hundreds and hundreds of children, like biologically, but like, I don't know, it's crazy. Watch it. And then to conclude the Lance Oppenheim hype, I watched Renfair. Renfair is a 3 parts documentary, I think so. 4.5 stars, really, really good. Renfair follows essentially the big boss, yeah, the owner of the biggest Renaissance fair in the US. I can't remember what it's called, I can't remember where it is, but basically the guy is really old and he needs to, well, he doesn't need to step down, but that's the whole, you know, that's the whole thing that makes the plot moving, is that he is really old. Should he step down? Does he want to step down? Who could be the successor to, follow in his footsteps and continue this big, like, multi-million dollars machine? Because it is like, it's crazy how much money they're making. This was really cool. Also followed some specific people. Also had a lot of drama. Definitely the most plot heavy documentary out of all the ones I listed. So out of the 3 ones. What can I say? It was really cool. Definitely a cool look into a world that I don't know anything about, like Renaissance fairs and like fantasy and like, not fantasy, but medieval fantasy, stuff like that. I just don't know anything about. So that was cool. The guy's crazy. Just up front, the guy is really something. He's also a terrible guy in general, like very mean, very misogynistic. But yeah, cool documentary. Again, feels like a movie. Feels like a 3-part movie. Definitely recommend. And the last one was a bit of a letdown. Kinds of Kindness. Um, okay, I love Lanthimos, like in general, but I didn't like. I mean, I liked Poor Things, but I wasn't like blown away. I kind of wanted old Lanthimos back, if you know what I mean. And I thought that this was it. I thought that Kinds of Kindness was going to be old Lanthimos coming back with his eeriness, odd dialogue, unsettling, uh, unsettling scenes, unsettling dialogue, a bit of magical realism. But it was just so long for the sake of being long, in my opinion. I fell asleep. Like, I just fell asleep at the end. This movie is divided in 3 parts. I can't tell you the third story. Like, I just can't tell you. And I can't even really explain the first 2, to be honest. Like, the themes are really cool, but like, I don't know, there was just something missing. I don't know if I can explain this one. And it's annoying because like the actors were amazing. Like, they were just amazing. And the delivery is amazing, but so this is a triptych fable following a man without a choice who tries to take control of his own life. A policeman who is alarmed that his wife, who was missing at sea, has returned and seems a different person. And then a woman determined to find a specific someone with a special ability who is destined to become a prodigious spiritual leader. Uh, yeah, don't know what to say about it. It was just a letdown. I'm glad a lot of people liked it. It seems like a lot of people like it. Really like Emma Stone dancing to that song, I'm a New Bitch, which is cool. I've been listening to it, but yeah, that's it. That's my June wrap up, my Letterboxd June wrap up. Let me know what you think of soft spoken videos. I think I prefer whispering, as in I would rather watch whispered videos. It depends, but anyway, I just wonder if you have a preference, because I also like to switch it up a bit, you know. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, and don't forget to give me a like if you like this video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.